Hey,
Hi! Whoa, what is happening? Everything is different. The colors are wrong. The intro was wrong. Everything feels weird. And you know why? Because it is. If you're a regular viewer of this show, you'll notice that there's two key people missing right now, and that is Ryan and David. And they play the game. So how are we going to do a show about a game without the people who play the game? Does
there's no way
anybody
that
have a
it can't be done.
suggestion?
It
It
can't
can't
be
be
done.
done. And so we're going to go home now. We just thought we would let you know in person so we weren't just texting you about this. No, that's not what we're doing. The show must go on. So we did the most logical thing, which is we had Ryan and David just record themselves playing the game for 90 minutes. And now we're going to play that.
Do I
And
just
we're going to
start
talk,
it?
but we haven't seen it. Well, I mean, it's 90 minutes, right? So I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But he said that the game like had a crash in the middle or something. So is it 90 minutes though? I guess you can see the video length. The D has the video.
All right. Yeah, I can start. Yeah, I think they ended up giving about 82, 83 minutes, something like that.
All right. Well, this is great. So yeah, so basically it's just gonna be it's gonna be the game without them talking.
All right.
Uh
I'm putting
but we
it up.
haven't seen it, so it's the same. Just like in the real show. Oh, there's even the loading screen.
Yeah.
How
All
much of
right.
this
So we're
is
just
gonna be
gonna
just loading screen?
rock the loading screen. What do we want to do about their volume? Do we want to leave it?
I don't even
Whatever. We'll figure it out.
I always just turn the volume off, so this is gonna be a new experience for me to hear the volume.
All right. I'm gonna leave it low.
Okay. This is fun. They got a lot of money to start out with. I have a drink that I'm drinking
Ooh.
that is cranberry juice and ginger beer. And I
Mm.
saw it on an Instagram reel, a lady doing it, and she was saying that like it's a good like alternative to like a drink, like a like a mixed drink or like a wine or like a soda because it's got the like tart spiciness of like an alcoholic drink, but it doesn't have the like overwhelming sugariness of like a soda. So like it's got like what I'm looking for, I guess. I like a tart spicy drink.
And it's
So that's
delivering.
it's great. This is the third one I've had, not just consecutively, but that'd be like a lot. But it's like the real cranberry juice, not the cocktail, like the real cranberry juice.
Oh, the 100%.
Yeah, and then a
That's
ginger beer.
gonna
So it's got
clean
that
out your urinary tract,
urethra. Yeah.
urethra.
Yeah. I have I have been on the cranberry juice game before. I've drank a lot of cranberry juice in my life.
Yeah.
I really like it, but I do the ginger beer does make it less like strong, which I think it's like just a little bit too much. Like pure cranberry juice is like just a little too much.
Mhm.
So the ginger beer really cuts it nicely.
Delightful.
So I'm vibing with it. It's like my new favorite little treat drink.
It's a nice thing. I love a whiskey and ginger beer on the rocks. That's a nice evening beverage for me.
I've
With some
never had
reality
that.
television. Ooh, yeah, it's good.
I have
And a
had
squeeze of
Fireball and ginger ale.
it's pretty not similar.
Not good.
Um,
It's
no,
so
just
close
drink
and it's
Fireball.
so different. It's so close and so different and so not good.
Why do people even mix Fireball with anything? Like, I guess you could mix it with Coke, right? That's it, right?
I did it because I wanted a beer and all I had were little shots of Fireball. So I tried to turn a little shot of Fireball into a beer. And it wasn't, that's not what happened.
Doesn't deliver the
I
good.
got
All
No
right.
alchemy.
Oh,
No
he's spinning
alchemy.
the wheel. I'm so excited.
Is he?
Oh, those people need to get out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where he's going. He's spinning the wheel.
Now he is. It was a comment on on the running into people.
This is so funny because like they know what he got, but we don't yet. We're
We
still
don't.
finding out.
They know everything that happens tonight,
Yeah.
and they could just jump in the chat and spoil it right now.
Oh, he got a shirt.
Oh, I hope he changes.
Is he gonna put it on?
Did we get to? We didn't see it, right? Does he have to go get it?
No, I guess you have to cash
thought
it
I've
in.
never-
No.
I
It
feel like-
doesn't tell you what it looks like. You have to change into it to see what it looks like. Yeah.
I was like,
Alright.
I just have not been watching this game very closely. Oh, that's why. Oh, was that it?
He's trying to find it right now.
Oh boy.
This is
See,
good content.
I have not been watching this game very closely, like the other episodes of this show.
Yeah. What are you
Um,
focused on usually?
Myself.
And you, Mike? Are
Uh,
you also focused on Lisa's self?
it's often what she's eating. If a pickle is there or
Yeah.
something else, and then
Which-
just whatever scabs are on Ryan's character, pretty much.
Yeah. It's unpleasant. For dinner tonight, I had one that I feel like David would laugh at. So it's sad that he's not here. But I ate like half like the end of a container of sauerkraut just like with chopsticks out of the jar. And then I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and now I'm having my ginger beer and cranberry juice.
But those are all separated by a little bit of time, right? You didn't like.
No, I mean I was like making the peanut butter and jelly sandwich while I was eating the sauerkraut.
Did anyone join
And
you
then
for your food?
What do you mean?
Were you fully solo for all three of those parts?
Well, my roommates were coming in and out.
All right.
Hmm.
Did they look at it and like say, I want some?
No, but they live with me. They've stopped looking at the random things that well, because I have a dance class before this, so I had like 15 minutes to eat. So I was like, what do I have? And I was like, I'll finish off this sauerkraut and I'll make myself a cheese sandwich.
Makes sense. Is it just me, or does it look like he has a poop?
Always.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I didn't notice, and now it's all blurry, so I don't know.
It's looking
His
a little
posture is-
stuffed diaper to me.
I mean, his posture is like he definitely has poop in his
Oh.
butt, but he doesn't have time to deal with it, so he's just trying to maintain
I
some
see
sort
what
of
you're saying.
some containage. Yeah.
Is it weird that I feel like we're paying more attention to the game? Like,
I wonder if I think it makes sense. Because it's all different. Everything's weird.
yeah, and again, if you're just tuning in, the game that's playing that we're looking at was pre-recorded like 2 days ago.
Yeah, no one is
but
playing
we're seeing
right
it for
now.
the first time.
People made a video of themselves playing a game. We don't even see them.
When we're saying it sounds like we're lying because that would be ridiculous.
It's like DVD commentary, but we were not involved in the making of the movie or have we watched it before.
Well, and that's why we're
paying.
paying such close attention, because we
Yeah.
have like guilt about not knowing what's coming.
Yeah, why is he in bed again? Was it
Um,
the game freeze?
We've got some chat action. I think we're-
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Why should that
regarding-
be a recognizable posture?
yeah. So, Michael, care to defend why you think that is a recognizable posture?
In our house, we talk about the infuriating reality that some people don't wipe their butts.
It's a real problem.
Wait, at all?
Yeah.
There are people online in chats, and I don't think they're joking, but
No, this
they
is a
talk
thing.
about it as if like it would make them gay if they were to wipe their own butt and like clean it. And there's all these
Oh.
horror stories about like people like partners of these monsters who like are like, is this
Yeah,
normal
that's
that I have to
honestly,
clean
like-
the sheets all the time because of this guy?
Yeah, it's honestly like sad to be that homophobic,
Yeah, where it's
That you're,
impacting your
like,
health.
risking your own health. Yeah,
Here's
but
a
that's
question.
oh dear, that is terrible.
It is
So
related question. how do you guys feel about your butt cheeks touching the seat of a public toilet?
I'll be honest, it doesn't really happen that often anymore because we got the bidet here a while ago, or like the add-on. So now it's a rare occasion where I find myself that I need to do that.
In life, how have you felt about that?
I think typically if I've had to use a public toilet, it's been even before this, it's not my
Wait,
first
did you
choice.
Did you say that you don't use public toilets anymore because you got a bidet?
Well, I
didn't
don't
say
sit
that.
on them.
didn't say
I do use the urinal, but the sitting on the toilet,
Oh, I forgot about urinals.
yeah.
Right.
But
No, for a man to sit on a public toilet, like it's got to be pressing.
Okay, because I was like, it's inevitable. Like, what am I gonna
Right.
just not use the bathroom while I'm at work all day? Like, what's your plan?
Well,
You know?
well, there are people who think it's gross to do it with your naked butt cheek, and therefore always
Oh,
rip some
I see what you're
toilet
saying.
paper and make a barrier.
Oh, okay.
And they think
That's
that it's
doing
very
something.
gross, that they think it's like almost as gross that I or anyone or you would do that as it is to not wipe. They're like your butt is covered with other people's poop.
All right. Yeah, I can't say that like I'm like right or wrong here. You know what I was realizing today? The office that I work in right now is just like open to the public, like the bathrooms, like anybody can use them. Like my actual office space is like locked, but there's like a big open area that's for anyone. It's on a college campus, so like the undergrads use the like open areas to study and stuff. So I'm like always sharing the bathroom with like a bunch of random people, which is kind of like weird. And I work in a computer science lab, so like honestly, there's not that many like other women from my lab in there, like because there's not as many women. So it's like yeah, it's usually just like random other people. But we're moving offices and we're gonna have like our own designated bathroom, and I don't know if that's gonna be like weirder or less weird. Because like right now, it's like if something's amiss in there, it's like could have been anyone, you know?
Yeah. Right. And now you're gonna know.
Yeah.
How many women who work there use the bathroom?
Yeah, exact numbers, please.
for science.
I'm with the Census Bureau, and I need to know.
I'm calling sus on this question.
I just want to know, like, is it like if you go in there and there's like a fucking like calamity, are you looking at like 3 possible suspects or like 7 to 10?
Who's in the lineup that you definitely call?
I'm talking about ranges. I just want to know, like, basically, if you go in there and see something awful, are you walking out and looking over at Cassidy and giving her death stares?
Cassidy.
Like, do you know who it is, basically?
Yeah, it depends on the day, I guess, because like some days there's more people around than other days.
What's Cassidy's area of interest?
Yeah.
Oh, like her research area?
Yeah.
Oh, is there a real Cassidy? I thought you just threw that as like a perfect.
Definitely made it up.
There is not a Cassidy. I would have.
Oh, dang.
I would have objected if there was a Cassidy, but
You would
there
have
is
lost
not a
your
Cassidy.
mind. You would have been angry.
Yeah. I mean, I know a Cassidy, so not from that, but I think I only know one Cassidy. It's not a very popular name, I feel like.
No, it's not. Maybe that's why.
But she went to my high school. Yeah, it was a good name choice. I saw an Instagram reel that was like a map of like the most popular names from like the 60s, like the most popular girl names by state from like the 60s, like to I don't know. It was like a very weird video. It was like from the 60s to like the late 80s. And And it was extremely weird because it started like the year before my name was the most popular name in all of the states. And so what I saw was just a video that had a bunch of names on all the states. And then all of a sudden, all the names changed to Lisa.
Oh, man.
And then they stayed that way for a little bit. And then they slowly started changing to other names. And I was like, what the fuck is this video? Like, like, what is Instagram doing to me? Like, why do they know? And then I was like, oh, okay. At
Try
first
not
I
to
was
get a
like,
god
oh,
complex when the entire country is just labeled Lisa. You know?
yeah. I know. I was like, but it wasn't just like, it was like each state said Lisa. So it was just
Right.
like my name a bunch of times, like a spider eyes, you know?
Lisa,
like
Lisa,
a
Lisa,
fly's
Lisa, Lisa,
eyes.
Lisa,
Yeah.
Come
It was
visit
really
us
weird.
in
Yeah.
Montana.
Yeah, I was like really having a hard time figuring out what was going on.
So what was the heyday of Lisa? Was it like the early 80s?
No, the 60s. It was like
Oh,
65 to 67. It was like the most popular name in every state.
wow.
Yeah, it was, and it was like like a short-lived but extremely popular name in the 60s.
It was like a I don't know who's the equivalent there. I was thinking of like Sexy Back or something like that, but Timberlake was popular for a long time.
You mean that there was a boom in the name Sexy Back after that song
No,
came
no, no.
out?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of who is the like pop culture equivalent that like completely dominated for 2 years and then disappeared.
Oh, Justin Timberlake is a terrible example of that.
No, I know. I was just listening. I was watching a reel of him earlier
You're-
today, so it was the first thing I thought of.
Ricky Martin? Is that what you're kind of talking about?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Or just in general, Latin music.
Yeah, that
music
Latin
had
explosion
2
was.
years.
They really made it seem like that was going to be on the airwaves for a while, and then it really wasn't.
Shakira's about to take back over, though.
Uh,
Did you hear her song, "Destroying Her Ex"? It's
I
so
have
good.
not.
It's so
oh
good.
my god! The popularity of the name Lisa is because Elvis named his daughter Lisa.
That was gonna be.
I was
Yes!
trying to figure out what it was. That makes sense.
That was. Oh my
Yeah. And it says, and also Nat King Cole had a hit song, Mona Lisa.
Oh.
Lisa. It's so great, Xian. It's a straight up banger, and also the lyrics. It's like basically a stream of consciousness of anger at her husband for cheating on her, and at the woman he cheated with. But that's because they did it many times in her house, so I think
Oh.
that's okay. But it is like just it's so good. It pulls him apart piece by piece.
I googled why was the name Lisa so popular, and it says people also ask, and it came up with a question on Quora. Is Lisa an old-fashioned name? And the response is, it is not, in all caps, an old lady name. Lisa is one of those few names that is timeless. It fits a small child, a little girl, a prepubescent girl, a teenager, a young woman, a professional career stage, a mother, a teacher, and a loving grandmother. It's a name for all seasons.
I'm just looking up the Wikipedia page for Quora to see what the objective like description of this website is.
My cousin used to work there.
How did they make money from ads?
I don't actually know, but he had a
Yeah.
job there. I don't really know what he did. He must have done like, yeah. She is B says a name for all seasons is a great line, and that is accurate. I have a name for all seasons. Michael, I can't hear you. Is that my fault again?
I can not hear Michael right now.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's not me.
Yeah.
So I'm
No,
putting
now it's
a
Michael.
peek into the pre-show content, which is that I was yelling at them for not being able to hear them, and I had a bunch of peanut butter in my mouth while I was saying it, and then I realized that my laptop, the volume was off.
Quora was made by 2 very, very young former Facebook employees.
Huh.
And they've had data breaches, but I guess everyone does. And in 2021, they allowed contributors to monetize their content. That makes no sense. Oh, so you can put your answers behind a paywall on Quora. Quora's insane. Quora's like what's the other? Is it answers.com? Is that the other one like that? Or
Yahoo
Yahoo
Answers?
Answers. Yeah. Yeah. So
I
they tried to
forgot
make
about Yahoo Answers.
Yeah.
Is that a thing still?
They didn't take it down.
I remember when that was like a big thing. Like people would put
That was like a
wild
decade
things
ago.
in.
That was a solid
Yeah,
while ago.
She is B says Ask Jeeves throwback. Yeah, Ask Jeeves was then just Ask, which I think is funny. I don't really know why they took away the Jeeves, because it's like weird to be talking about a servant, or like what was wrong with Jeeves? Because
yeah, maybe there are people who thought it was weird that it's a servant, and maybe there are people who hate the British.
Yeah.
Because Jeeves is British, right?
Yeah, I Googled him. So, Jeeves, born Reginald Jeeves, nicknamed Reggie, is a fictional character in a series of comedic short stories and novels by English author P.G. Wodehouse. Jeeves is a highly competent valet of a wealthy, idle young Londoner named Bertie Wooster.
Okay.
So,
and that's the character that they turned into Jeeves?
Yeah, that's what
That's
Ask
amazing.
Jeeves was. Yeah, it says, and it specifies Jeeves is a valet, not a butler. That is, he is responsible for serving an individual, whereas a butler is responsible for a household and manages other servants.
Amazing.
So, maybe that's why they changed it, because really, the Ask Jeeves on the internet was more of a butler.
Right. He was serving everybody.
Yeah.
We would all have to get our own Jeeves.
Right.
Or the writer wanted to collect royalties on the character.
Sorry, I was just thinking that what if everybody did have their own Jeeves, and the difference is that the monocle was somewhere different for everyone's Jeeves.
Where would your monocle be, Michael?
Oh, I can't.
Oh no, Michael! Oh, this is really sad.
This is Michael's monocle like
Michael's monocle would be right on the nose. Right on
the how did you find that out?
Where Michael's would be?
Yeah.
He can't talk, so I get to write his reality.
Oh, I thought he like texted you or something.
Michael, text us here your monocle placement so that it can get on the show. Do you need to like restart your computer? What's happening here?
There's settings. You could try that.
He's gonna be so upset when he finds
he's
out
giving
I
a check mark, like because he. Did you mute him?
Checked.
That'd be rude.
No, I didn't. That would be very rude. Not particularly helpful.
Jeeves is first hired by Bertie, and Jeeves takes charge to replace a valet whom Bertie had fired for stealing from him.
Jeeves takes charge. I like that.
And then, oh my god, in the short story, Bertie briefly fires Jeeves after Jeeves, who believes that Bertie would not be happy with his fiancée Florence Cray, takes the steps to end Bertie's engagement to her. So Jeeves tried to end his employer's engagement because he thought he'd be unhappy. Kind of sounds like Jeeves is into Bertie.
Yes. I mean,
so this is just the nanny. Wait a minute. This entire thing is just the nanny.
Oh, the movie?
The TV show, The Nanny.
The Nanny. That's right. Yes, it is The Nanny. Yep. Jeeves and Bertie. Okay, Jeeves and the Greasy Bird. Here we go.
Jeeves and the Greasy Bird. Ew.
That's the short. That's a short story that this is in. That these characters are in. That was published in Playboy magazine, in the United States in December 1965, a time at which Lisa was the most popular name.
Ah,
I believe the greasy
Um.
bird is Birdie. I think. So, yeah.
Let's see. Why did they get rid of Jeeves? There's no reason.
It's probably just like, everything gets shortened. Nothing gets longer. No corporate names get longer. They all get shorter.
Uh,
All the logos get more minimal over time.
I feel like there was one. Oh, what about Freeform?
What did that used to be?
ABC Family.
Freeform and ABC Family, I think, are the same length, but Freeform is fewer syllables.
It checks out.
No, Freeform. Well, Freeform is shorter. Ah, Michael's back. Turns out he didn't actually care about interacting with anything, but when he heard that part about Freeform and NBC Family, he was like, "Gotta get on there."
Gotta get on there. Yeah, for some reason the Bluetooth microphone part of these headphones has stopped working, so I had to do some little finagling, but we're fine now. Everything's good.
Finagling.
I sort of wasn't paying attention to most of what was happening because I was just looking at the different combinations of ways sounds could happen on this computer. But I did hear Freeform, and that is less syllables than ABC. So
ABC
we're
Family.
back. ABC Family. Even more so.
I think you guys are all throwing an extra syllable in there. It's family.
Family. Yeah.
That's
how it rhymes
say it
with,
like that.
Yeah, family.
I don't like it.
Nothing says family like Sarah Lee. That's probably
Are Dave
something
and Ryan doing a race right now, or they're just driving around?
They're in downtown Vinewood. They've got targets to hit. They're assassinating targets. They're doing something.
Okay.
This doesn't seem like a race.
No, it seems like some sort of mission.
Yeah.
Or they're fleeing from something.
Seems remarkably
Oh, and also John and Dan, I think, are in here. Are also playing. 4 people separately from this spent 90 minutes recording this so that we could ignore it for the most part.
I'm glad we got back to ignoring it though. That feels right.
Yeah, we did. It does. It feels right. I feel like we were too focused at the beginning.
Yeah.
What I missed when I was doing my headphones, I think it. Were you talking like about my nose at some point?
I was.
No.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, because that's where your monocle would go.
Yeah.
Because if everybody had their own individual Jeeves, because he needs to be a valet, which means it's just for one person rather than a butler, which is for a whole group of people. And so
that's why they got rid of
he
it.
was actually if he was actually a valet, then we would each have our own Jeeves, and what we could use for a unique identifier is like each Jeeves has a monocle in a different place.
So the Jeeves that would be servicing myself, I guess, is that the idea? I'm not wearing the monocle, but my Jeeves is wearing the monocle.
Your Jeeves is wearing a monocle.
Also, regular Jeeves doesn't wear a monocle. I put a monocle on Jeeves before talking about this question.
Where would that monocle go? Yeah, I guess so. Where else could it go? I guess you could dangle it from the ear, like a cool earring.
Sure. Oh, like in Xenon.
I don't know the reference, but okay.
Yeah, no, you could do a belly button monocle.
Sure.
You could do a toe monocle.
If it was just for, show and there wasn't like a lens in it, you could just have it as a ring.
Yeah.
Breaking some rules, but
you could make it like a pendant, Etsy it up,
and
put
it on different parts of your chest.
My mom said the
And-
T in valet is silent, but I disagree. When we're talking about this kind of valet, because what's the guy's name? Oh my god,
You're talking about
FDR.
Downton
No,
Abbey.
but not FDR. Not FDR.
Theodore
But the guy
Roosevelt,
who played FDR. Who played FDR?
who played FDR in what?
A lot of people.
I feel like Bill
Just the-
Murray did at one point.
No, that's
Uh,
not who I'm talking about.
Bryan Cranston, did he do it at one point?
No, what?
No, he was LBJ.
Oh, okay.
No.
I know there's a
Uh,
bunch of letters.
Who played FDR in? Well, I don't know when he played it. Well, okay. Have you?
in My Fellow
I
Americans.
haven't seen him as FDR, but everybody says
no,
he played
that was
FDR.
Walter Matthau.
No. Who's seen Gilmore Girls?
Who's in Gilmore Girls? I would
Has
imagine
you
a bunch
seen
of women.
Gilmore Girls?
A bunch of women.
Okay, this is why I said FDR, because he played FDR. He's in Gilmore Girls. Anyway, he's a rich Connecticut man, and he says valet with a T.
No, I
Rich
agree with you.
Connecticut.
I'm pretty sure on Downton Abbey, I watched about a season and a half of Downton Abbey.
They
And I'm
said,
pretty sure
and
they
Mom,
say
you
valet.
know this because we watched Downton Abbey together. They also said valet. It always bothered me. That's why I know.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
what's
think
his
when you're
name?
talking
The
about this
main
kind of
guy.
valet, yeah, the main guy has a valet. That's with the valet. I don't know.
Lord
Didn't he commit
Crumplestain.
crimes or something?
Yeah. The
The
dad.
yes, no, the grandfather, but yeah, the dad.
And
You
like,
know who
the
I'm
main,
talking
the
about?
main help love interest was a valet and
Oh, wait, you're talking
Me.
about the dad in Downton Abbey. I'm talking about the dad in Gilmore Girls.
I have no idea.
Edward Herman. Yes, Edward Herman
Herman Munster.
Oh no. Herman.
played FDR.
Herman's Hermits.
Oh, this guy.
Anyway.
Herman.
Sounds like he wronged you or something.
I think I've seen him play like he like a
FDR.
villain on Murder She Wrote or something? I've seen him, I think, play a villain before, which is odd because he's got a very friendly face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
Well,
kind of
he
one of
could be
those
mean
bad
in
guys.
Gilmore Girls. He could be mean in Gilmore Girls.
Oh, that guy.
Anyway,
That guy
he's the
looks to
valet.
me like part fish.
Part fish.
Yeah, he's got like a
Interesting.
not fish. Not fish. No, a cat. A cat
Fowl.
that eats fish. He's a cat that eats fish. Like he looks like
He
a
was in
cartoon cat that
Annie.
has fish bones, fish skeletons to throw away.
He was in Annie, apparently.
Annie's fucked up.
Oh, that's when he was FDR. He was FDR in Annie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Annie. I've seen parts of like Cal Burnett, I think, but that's about it.
Annie's really has some very explicit stuff about. So you know the plot, right? She's an orphan, and then she
Mhm.
lives with Daddy Warbucks. That's the gist.
Yeah.
Of it.
But yes, if that's the plot, I know it.
That's I mean that's basically it. And there is like and Daddy Warbucks, that's who she ends up with. His name is Warbucks, Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah.
And they very much like she needs to separate herself from the poor is like one of the big like
We talked about this last week.
okay, was that here? I wasn't sure if that was here.
I'm pretty sure because I definitely have talked about this with
No,
them
yeah,
last week.
that was here then. All right. And our viewers are going to be annoyed if we go back through it.
Yeah.
Annie has great songs, but it has like a very, very profoundly capitalist and individualistic message that is
Yeah.
a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in any case, I prefer Like Mike, which I feel like is similar. It's
Like
like a
Mike.
similar story.
No, if we're going there, it's Air Bud.
I don't know what Air Bud is, but
Air Bud
Like-
is like Mike, except instead of Lil Bow Wow, it's a dog.
Can I
It's a
go?
golden
Wait,
retriever.
how is like Mike like Annie? Is it just because is there an orphan?
yeah,
That's-
Mike is an orphan. Or not
I've never
Mike,
seen
he's
it.
like Mike.
I've-
Lil Bow Wow is an orphan.
Oh, okay.
And something about him joining the NBA gets him adopted or something, but he like
Hmm.
goes back and helps his friends.
Man, could you
So,
imagine
like
if
Mike
that's
is
what it
better.
took?
Like Mike
to
is
get
officially
adopted?
better than Annie. In
Yeah,
all
'cause he,
forms,
like,
all versions. Of
The
Annie.
moral of the story isn't like, oh, good, now you're not stuck with the orphans. Like he's like, well, I'm gonna try to like improve the orphanage conditions.
That's exactly right. The moral is like you got to remember where you came from, and you need to honor it. And
They
help
make
with it.
him sell candy outside the Staples Center.
Before he's adopted.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Because it would be a very anti-adoption message if that's what the people who adopt him do.
Yeah. I actually don't remember the full plot, but I do remember that he. Yeah. I mean, he obviously is like Mike for a while, and then that ends.
Right. He has the magic that makes him like Mike.
Right. It's shoes.
Mike magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we pause for a moment? About 2 minutes ago, She Is B wrote, or to dance in a closed contemplative manner while compressing your joy. That's just packed and loaded with meaning. And I just want to know, Michael, have you ever seen that happen in your apartment, in your house? Dancing in a closed contemplative manner while compressing joy? Is that a thing?
Oh, this reminds me of when I first was speaking about something in the chat and my mic cut off and I wasn't able to say it. So this is a good segue. The last time this happened on this very episode was when the mention of like dirty butts came up, and you're like, She Is B said this about dirty butts. Michael, do you have anything to say about that? Everyone who is watching this already knows, but in case someone watches this later, She Is B and I live in the same house together because we were married. So it's not weird that something that she would bring up in the chat is also something that I would have to comment on. So I have nary a dirty butt, and as far as the dancing in a closed contemplative manner, yeah, sure. Like that, I feel like that's a little bit like a this. So like you're not moving a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what Annie does? I don't understand why that has to do with Annie.
Yeah, I didn't understand that connection.
It almost seems like this might be a reference to the lyrics, but that like a thesaurus type like is there a song that talks about being dressed without a smile or something?
All I know is it's a hard knock life, and I always remember because it was like, you bet your bottom dollar that, and I didn't realize that meant like your last dollar. I thought it meant like you keep a dollar like in your butt, in your underwear.
You're never fully dressed without a smile is a song in Annie.
It's about like a toothpaste, right? It's like a toothpaste commercial.
Oh,
what?
Lisa, it was maybe used for a toothpaste commercial during your youth.
No, I swear that's the whole reason they sing it in Annie is because they're
never fully dressed.
They're doing a toothpaste commercial. Am I losing my mind?
Wrong.
I haven't seen it, but
so wrong.
I can't believe that.
Wait,
it's not a commercial.
Annie toothpaste.
Annie happens during the during Great Depression.
It's off of a jingle, is what she says.
Yes, it is okay. Oh my god, it is. It's off a jingle. It is literally. It is he adopts Annie and then he puts her on a commercial from the movie. The reason they're singing the song is because it's a toothpaste commercial. Thank you, She Is B. I agree. Stop being mean to Lisa.
So wait, her getting adopted isn't the end? Like there's more to
no,
no.
Okay,
getting adopted is around the middle of the story, but there's not a whole lot of drama that follows it. Yeah, no, the putting her in a jingle in a commercial is not real.
But I'm watching it now. She's watching the commercial. She's watching them record the commercial.
Yeah, but she's not. But and then she sings a whole.
She Is B goes from "Stop being mean to Lisa" to "The radio happens with the baby" saying "No, incorrect, Lisa." So she said "Stop being mean to Lisa," then she said "Incorrect." Listen, everybody in this commercial has curly hair.
Can I ask you a question? Is Will Ferrell's dick involved in this in some way?
It's involved in every movie if you think about
Okay.
it.
I have no more questions.
When was Will Ferrell born?
I'm gonna say, let's see. That's great. I'm gonna say.
I'm saying
7
71.
Oh, I was
is
gonna
my
say
guess.
72. Wow.
Well, you're both wrong. 67,
Wow. I
Yes,
didn't think he'd
yes,
be that old.
thank you.
which
Shion.
was most famous girl name 1967.
Was Annie.
Lisa.
Lisa.
And boys, it was Michael.
Oh yeah. That was another thing I was
That's
gonna
every
mention.
year though.
So I started my new job this week, and we're doing all like the paperwork and the you get on the emails and all this other stuff. And apparently, National Grid has like one of those. I don't know what it like. Some sort of BS channel. I don't know if there's a Slack somewhere that I'm somehow on, but my introduction to like how stupid it was like 80 emails right off the bat, and one of them was like, "Hey guys, here are the top 3 names at National Grid." And I'm like, how do I get off this list? I don't want to be on like this thread where people comment on freaking names.
Is your name one of the most popular?
Oh yeah, no, it's 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah, your name is
But-
like the joke name when
You
you're talking
guys
about a white guy.
But you both have serious name ubiquity privilege. It's a very different life when there's never a
A
tourist
keychain.
keychain with your name on it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
very
weren't you
different.
saying that like Adi is like not an uncommon name though? Like, right? Am I wrong? I thought you were.
Adi is a common name in I wouldn't even say it's common, but it is not an abnormal name in Israel.
Okay.
Oh, right. So yes, what I was saying is that Adi is a nickname for Adolf. So there are a few different countries where it's common there, and there are also it names. I don't know exactly what language and cultures. I believe Hindi has a different name that basically transliterates as Adi. So it pops up in a few different cultures. So you just run into it in weird places where people with very different backgrounds from me have the same name.
I sat down at a table the other day and it was all Lisas already sitting there. That was weird for me.
A committee of Lisas gathered.
Yeah. And they said, "What's your name?" It was like at a conference. And they were like, "What's your name?" And I said, "Lisa." And they started laughing. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening. And then they were like, "We're all also Lisa." And I was like, that can't be right. There's never that many. Because it was a very popular name and then it was not popular at all. And so like people my age, it's like uncommon for them to be named Lisa for the most part. So surprising.
I hope you know I really like the name Lisa. It's a great
Aw.
name.
That's great. My mom is listening, so good job, Mom.
Great name. It's a great name. I have an aunt.
Yeah, you know why she picked it?
Lisa Marie
Elvis.
Presley.
Wow, no, not at all. I'm not sure she even knew that. Mom, did you know about that? I feel like probably not. No, it's because she didn't want me to be patronized so like if someone was named like Jennifer, like they could be patronized by like being called Jenny in like a work environment, and so she made me a name that couldn't like have like a cute nickname made out of it.
How do you feel about Lise?
I think that it's like there's a few people in my life who call me it, and like it sounds very natural when they do, and I like it, and it's like a nice like, I feel like it's nice, like it feels like a very like warm, affectionate nickname, but it's also like not a nickname that you could like really patronize me with, like it's not like you
no,
like,
it's not a patron.
like
Not like Mikey.
not
Not
when
like
I-
Mikey.
Yeah. See, she was avoiding the Mikey issue. Very.
I worked with someone whose last name was Hall, an older woman, and she talked about how Lisa was one of the names that she thought about naming her kid, but then she was like, "Well, I don't want the kids to make fun of her, like Lisa Hall, like they're gonna Lisa Hall." And when she was telling me that, I'm like, "What kid knows the concept of leasing and is gonna fucking make fun of
And
her?"
why would they be leasing a hall?
I don't know. That's a fair question.
I
Right.
didn't even. I was like, is Lisa Hall a famous person? Like, it didn't occur to me.
A hall.
Yeah. It's I
Yeah,
don't know.
no, you would rent a hall.
Right. That's why I don't name the kid Renta.
Renta.
But I do. But I do name my kid
after
Sissy back.
Oscar De La.
Oscar De La
Yeah,
Renta.
Isn't it
that's a great
Oscar or someone De La Renta is a
think that's
designer? I thought it's Oscar. No, that's Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh no.
Creme de
Um,
la creme is a drag queen.
and a figure of speech.
A figure of speech?
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, cream
Is that a figure
of
of
the
speech?
cream.
I don't know what a figure of speech is, I guess.
Oh, are you suggesting that it's more of an axiom?
Are you saying that on the record that this is more of an axiom?
You suggesting I called an axiom a figure of speech? Because we could text my sister right now and she would tell us very correctly what it is.
We could
What
get her
is
on the
she-
2MB
what
phone.
is she an editor? What's
She
the?
is an editor. Yeah.
Oh wow, good guess,
Mhm.
Lisa.
Mhm.
Um,
Get her on the phone.
Shouts to ACGME.
but yeah, so they my name was supposed to be Anne because that was my grandma's name, and I was the
Mm.
first girl, of like my grandma's children, and so like the first girl was supposed to be Lisa, or it was supposed to be Anne, but then like my mom had married somebody whose last name was Oakley, and then they were like, we can't name our daughter Annie Oakley.
And okay,
And so
can't do that.
I'm not. I would have been Anne or Annie, like if I was not with the last name Oakley.
Mm.
So I don't think Annie is patronizing.
Yeah. I actually think I would make a good Annie. Like I think that would be a good name for me.
Yeah,
I
that would
think so.
fit as well.
Right?
100%.
Maybe I'll change it one day. Maybe I'll just force everyone to call me Annie soon.
My name, the
I'm
other.
gonna force everyone to call
possibilities-
me Annie Oakley. That's happening.
Annie
Everybody have Annie Oakley from now on. Can I change it? on
Yeah. Yeah, change that name.
So my parents almost named me Yuval, and they also close contention was Noah.
Yeah.
Those feel like such different names.
Yeah, very opposite ends of the choices for sure.
Yeah.
I would have been.
I don't think I'm a Noah. I don't think I'm a Noah.
No, I would have been Mark Anthony if my mom married someone with a more Italian last name, but didn't happen.
Were they thinking of naming you after like the future Latin star?
Yeah, pretty much.
they
They,
know the
went to a
future?
fortune teller just to see what the Latin explosion would be, because even back then they thought it was
Or-
going to last forever. But
Or Big Anthony from Stregonona.
Mm-hmm. Or
Ooh,
Opie and
straight up.
Anthony from Opie and Anthony.
oh god, yikes!
We read Stregonona on a 2MB show, right?
No, you just read it to us on Zoom once.
That's right. I just read it to you on Zoom.
Yeah, that's-
I brought it up on a Zoom call and Adi pulled out the book and read the entire thing to
Good
us. It was
story time.
delightful.
that's that Patreon tier that no one's put on yet.
That Patreon
Yet.
tier, that
Yet.
$10,000 Patreon tier where you get pre-show content and Adi will read you Stregonona every night before
Yeah, and
bed.
Ben's most scalding takes.
Yeah. Ben's most scalding takes and Adi reading you Stregonona to calm you down after.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're feeling the milk gurgling around in your belly before bed, just
What?
donate $10,000.
Yeah.
No, I'm
It's
trying
the
to
only
calm
thing
them
that
down.
will possibly redeem Bill Pullman if he finally.
You're trying to calm them down by using the words milk and gurgling in the same sentence?
No. I'm saying milk and gurgling is why they need to be calmed down.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't understand
I'm
what's going
suggesting
on
that
with
babies watch this,
Oh,
like very.
I don't
small
like
babies.
milk.
No one likes milk.
That's
I don't-
not true, but I
I
don't.
know, but it really weirds me out when adults like drink cow's milk as like.
Just like
this
from a
is
glass.
Yeah, Doris drinks a small amount, which I'm totally fine with, but like people drink large amounts of milk. I'm like, what the fuck is happening inside you that this is a good idea? I don't trust it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like to, like it's a harm, like I mean, it's not harmless, but it's a harmless thing, like for people to drink milk. But like, so I guess I'm not like, but I will say, like, watching someone drink milk is very off-putting for
Not
me.
into the
Mhm.
smell. Not into the
The
smell.
smell and like the consistency and like watching someone drink it, like there's something about the sound that they make when they like swallow it that's like
Mhm.
Yeah.
so like
I agree with that.
if people want to in like their own homes drink a full glass of milk, like all power to you, but like I just like don't want someone to drink a full glass of milk right in front of me.
And like,
I usually just leave the room if someone's having a full glass of milk. I don't say why, I just go.
is that for real? That's amazing. Is that just like
I'm
you're
imagining
controlling?
it in like a group situation where there's multiple rooms to be in.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not
leave
like
it
I'm
clean.
hanging out one-on-one with somebody and
Like,
like
what would happen if you stayed? You just feel gross, or would it show on your face?
I think it would be hard for me to not let it show on my face.
Yeah.
I had a friend who used to bring like a chocolate milk like juice box every day, and
I
that
mean,
really
chocolate
I
milk
couldn't.
is totally different.
And but they would drink it out of a straw, and then like at the bottom, and they'd be like.
Not good.
Yeah,
So chocolate
that's
milk
some
was ruined for
ASMR
me when
milk.
I was a child, by something someone said. Do you want me to say it, or do you want me to not ruin chocolate milk for you?
I don't have an issue hearing how the sausage is made or anything like that. So yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, everybody who doesn't want to have chocolate
Donate
milk
to the
ruined for them,
Patreon
close-
so that you don't get this content.
close
Yeah.
your ears. Yeah. The content you get is that I stop saying stuff,
Yeah. We
like
offer
what
you a
I
mute button.
provide. Yeah, you let me not like say the thing. Yeah. Somebody told me, and it's probably wrong. This is probably incorrect. Actually, it's like most likely incorrect, but I can't get it
Okay.
out of my brain now.
Great.
That the milk that they make chocolate milk is like it's that way because it's like there's like blood in it.
Wait, the fuck?
Like because like in factory farms when they're like milking the sorry, excuse me, says Lisa in all caps.
I agree.
Because it's like there's like factory farms and like they're not humane in their practices, so like blood will get in like the milk and like so it's a different color than like the milk that's like regular milk, so that's the milk that becomes chocolate milk. That's what I was told. Again, I'm not saying that it's legitimate. It was like a third grader who told me that.
Yeah.
I was also a third grader, but the idea
yeah.
that could be true ruined chocolate milk for me.
I'm gonna be
Snopes
honest.
says
It doesn't
no.
ruin it for me. It does not ruin it for
Snopes
me.
Not,
says
it makes
no
it
to that?
more appealing. Yeah,
Snopes
Snopes
says
says no.
Third
but
grader
we can
lied
put some.
to me in 2004.
Who was it?
Who was it? I don't know. It was a kid in front of me in line
Cassidy?
at the cafeteria. No, it was a guy. He told me I had vampire teeth. Then he told me that there's blood in. Maybe he was a vampire.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he was just really into blood.
Could be.
CSB
Good.
said drink oat milk or something, and I do. I don't like drink a glass of oat milk, but I use oat milk when I need
Same.
milk for stuff.
Do you like the regular oat milk or do you like the very creamy? The extra creamy?
I like the like regular, but not the unsweetened. The unsweetened is gross, and I don't like sweet stuff. But the unsweetened oat milk is disgusting.
It's too watery.
Well, because it's like regular is like sweetened, and like unsweetened is like they've like
Yeah,
it's like it's gross. Yeah.
My problem with it is I only drink milk when I'm having something sweet. It's like just kind of a like dessert accompaniment. Like if I have a cookie or something, I really don't drink milk otherwise. So the oat milk and stuff, since it's for me, like I agree, like the unsweetened stuff I'm not really into, but like I wouldn't really drink sweetened oat milk because I'm not gonna have sweet drink with a sweet
Sweet
treat.
drink,
Sweet.
right? Sweet
You won't
drink,
go-
sweet treat.
Has
You know what?
really,
You should
Michael?
have this cranberry
I don't
juice
believe
and
this.
ginger ale.
It's
Tart and spicy.
Spicy. I could do that.
Just like
but
milk.
You got to believe, like, I will have like a very tall glass of milk with like one cookie. My sweet to milk ratio has gone like absurd. It would drive.
So you're a person who wants to drink a full glass of milk, but you know it's socially unacceptable.
So
to me and me.
I feel like it does a good job of getting all the sweet out of my mouth when I'm eating like a cookie or something.
Maybe don't have the cookies. Sounds like you don't like cookies.
No, I love it, but then like if you drink anything else for me, like it's still
But
like
then
it
you
kind of
have
lingers.
like milk residue left. That's way worse.
I don't. Well, I also do skim milk. It's not like I'm doing like full fat milk or anything like that. So
Full fat.
Worse.
Love full fat. It's
Well,
delish.
do full fat
Yeah.
milk. Do a little half and half.
I mean, when I'm baking, I like to bake with the full fat.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I've been eating a lot of cottage cheese recently.
Great choice.
I love cottage cheese. Just cottage cheese with tortilla chips, the best snack.
Wait, what?
Just eat it with tortilla chips.
I'm sure it's fine because cheese and tortilla chips is good, but so you must be getting a large thing of cottage cheese.
Oh yeah, I get like a tub of cottage cheese
Okay.
and I just like eat it with tortilla chips
Okay.
out of the container.
Okay.
Is that weird?
I can see a deep
Yeah,
trying not
yeah.
to have a strong opinion about this.
No, it's not weird. It is weird. It is definitely weird. First of all, I feel like cottage cheese is too thick and it's gonna break some of your chips.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty good at leveraging the chip the right way so it doesn't break.
So that you just getting your fingers right down there on the cottage cheese.
No, not like that. Like you just have to come in at the right angle and like push the right way.
Okay. Are you putting a lot of cheese on a chip?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, it's probably really tasty because cottage cheese has a flavor that's not that far from queso blanco, which goes great with Mexican food. The flavor makes
Didn't
sense.
even occur to me that
It's-
would be another option. But
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. That would probably
a-
be the more reasonable option.
Yeah, this
the
is
thing
just
is,
like
like-
a physics choice. Like a physics concern was everything that was on my face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, and I usually get like a sturdy tortilla chip. I'm not getting like the paper thin ones.
Okay.
But yeah, but I find it to be a good snack because it's like there's no effort involved in it, you know? Like
And
but it's like but it's
legit
hearty.
hearty.
Like it's it's like a
Yeah.
real it's not like a handful of nuts, you know?
yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
just chips, because then I feel like a little icky because I just like ate a bunch of just like chips, and I feel like that sometimes like
Dries out your tongue and makes your stomach feel weird.
well, I feel like part of it is that like if I'm like hungry enough that I want a snack, I will eat like so many chips that like I will like my stomach will feel like heavy and like hurt. I'll house a bunch of chips because it's like I'm hungry.
Mm.
So I feel like the cottage cheese makes me like slow down a little bit so I don't like eat as much volume of food and make myself ill.
Can I tell you? This reminds me. I made a Facebook post today, which is something I don't really do much ever.
Sure.
The Facebook post that I made today was I just ate a quarter pound of Genoa salami. Please do not ask me anything, or something like that.
I can confirm.
Oh,
and
that
it-
was your Facebook post. I thought you
That
were
was my
telling me
Facebook
not to ask you.
No.
anything.
And it got a lot of response. It did a lot of people asked questions.
That feels like you were asking them to ask you questions. Not gonna lie.
A majority did not. A majority did not.
What did they say?
It was more like I felt like, so I was writing it up and I was like, I just hate it. It felt very much like the beginning of an Ask Me Anything.
Right.
So that's why I
Yeah.
said, please do not ask me anything.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
so it was
I'm
more of
following
just
now.
a bit, right? It was more just a bit.
Right.
Um,
Is that a lot
So
of
I was not-
salami?
a quarter pound of salami is that's a lot.
I like don't have like a sense of how much that would be.
That would be, all right. So this is a can of beer. It would be a stack of salami slices, maybe up to about here.
Oh.
It
That's
was
a
pretty
quarter
thick.
pound?
Yeah,
I
It was
feel
a
like
lot of
that's a
salami.
reasonable amount of salami. Is that not a reasonable amount of salami?
it might have been a little more than that, but
Yeah,
it was
he's
a
like,
lot.
okay. I don't know. I feel like I would eat that much salami. Now I want salami, but I'm not leaving the house for a full 72 hours, so I'm not getting it
because
anytime
of the
soon.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Adi, aren't you? It's like where you are, isn't it going to be like
I
negative
never
10?
leave the house. It's not a decision.
Oh,
Isn't it going to be
man.
negative 10 though? It's going
I
to be
just-
so
this-
cold.
This
D, our-
show is
our-
exciting because I'm going to the basement, which is not one of my usual haunts.
It is exciting.
Yeah, so that's
Adi-
I'm mixing it up right now.
Adi, our friend Dave Cornetta texted me a screenshot of his freaking Maine forecast. Yeah, negative 50.
What is it?
Don't expose your skin outside, basically.
Wait, negative
Oh.
like 50?
Yeah, tomorrow or the next one of those, like when we're gonna have -8, they'll have like -50 where he's at.
I don't
I don't
like
even know what to say to
it.
that.
Yeah. No. Definitely don't go
Uh,
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, here with the wind chill, it's gonna be like frostbite in 15 minutes. That's what the weather lady said. I usually take a dance class on Saturday mornings, and my dance teacher like messaged us all and was like, or emailed us all and was like, so like, who wants to do it and like who's not coming? And I was like, I am not coming.
The
I'm not walking to a dance class in like the distance is like frostbite available, so I'm not doing that.
Portland, Maine's headline, their newspaper says Maine braces for icy temperatures last seen 5 decades ago.
Jeez.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, we're gonna break a record for this day in like
Yeah.
recorded history.
It's a weird
Yeah.
fucking winter.
It's gonna be nuts. I got the
Yeah.
pipes dripping a little bit in the sink dripping a little bit in the basement, so
Mhm,
that water's
mhm.
running through.
That's right. That's a big
Real
one.
fun.
What am I doing? I've been collecting kindling because our house has a fireplace that we have not yet used,
Mm.
but I'm gonna try and crank up the old fireplace.
Yeah,
It is
that's the-
old. It's an old fireplace.
Have you done a fireplace fire before?
I have. I think the last time I did was probably 15 years ago.
Oh,
Between
okay.
10 and 15 years ago.
So
Alright,
wait,
well, they
are
got
you gonna
YouTube
ask
stuff.
like? Are you gonna like? I'm just worried that you're gonna burn your house down and it's gonna be negative 10 degrees outside.
You sound like Doris.
Honestly, the thing that I would look into is because you have to like I don't know what they call it, but you basically have to heat up the chimney a little bit before you start the fire so that the smoke knows to go up. Unless you have like so that's like kind of the bummer when it gets super cold because you have to like normally you get like a newspaper and you light it on fire and you like kind of hold it like a torch in there before you even like set your fire. And I think they have you like sometimes open a window so that like something with the pressure can like yeah, I would check the YouTube stuff because like if it's super cold, I'm not worried about you burning the house down. I think you definitely want to get ahead of stuff so you're not just like smoking up the place. Because I ran into that the one time we did it here, and it was like,
Yeah.
man, I
Alright,
thought I
maybe-
warmed it up enough, but nope.
All right, so maybe I won't. It's the conclusion.
I just feel like any risky fire activity probably not good when it's like emergency temperatures outside.
Yeah.
Well, but think about it this way: instead of risky fire activity, call it potential cozy snuggle activity.
That's true. That's true.
It's a branding issue.
Yeah, you're right. That sounds worth the risk of you and your whole family, including 2 small children, being stuck
Yeah.
We're not
outside
going to burn the
in-
house down. That is not a concern for me.
No. Yeah. It's just
The,
smoking.
the
it
concern is
my-
that I smoke up the house and make it hard to breathe, which is just
It sounds like you
Just as
just
legitimate.
found that out from Michael. So
yes.
Well, a huge caveat is I've only done like 1 or 2. I don't. Did I do 1 or 2? Whatever.
The,
I'm not
the
an
only
expert.
reason
so
I'm
go ahead-
dismissing the burn the house down concern is because I have like checked to make sure like I know how to keep the channel open for the air to go out, the fire air to go out. So it
but
wouldn't
have
come
you
inside.
doesn't your chimney need to like be empty?
I
What if there's like a badger in there?
it's gonna
Well,
die.
you can take a look up before you do it. I mean, as long as you've like had the chimney inspected and like they told you it was okay to.
Yeah, that was part of our inspection.
What if now there's a loose badger in your house and it's
Well-
10 degrees outside? What do you do?
we don't live
Burn
in
it.
Badger country? It's gonna be fine.
What'd you say, Michael?
I said burn it, but Adiz was probably more correct.
Burn the badger?
Burn the badger. They burn
No,
nice.
I'm assuming that when the badger like comes out of the chimney, now he's loose in your house, like wandering around.
See,
Well, if the
I
chimney
think if
is-
a badger's in my chimney, it's already dead, and I smell it now.
If you got it inspected, you probably have something guarding critters. Because like I can't really use my chimney until I
Yes.
get it. Like I could use it once or twice, but like I really shouldn't because any more than that, I'm probably running a risk. But if they do it right, there is something that guards like birds and squirrels getting up there. So
Mhm. I'm pretty
Assuming they
sure
did
that-
their job.
Why does the number of times matter?
well, I guess it doesn't matter for the birds and squirrels. I'm just conflating 2 things. I don't have the like smoke tight spray up there, so because it's clean, I could do it 1 or 2 times. But after that, you have to pay for like whatever the fire retardant spray they throw up there, so you don't like, cause an issue with those hot temperatures happening in a column next to your house.
Uh-huh.
But it's expensive.
Yeah. You should get
anyway.
that chimney sweep from Mary Poppins to come. He seems to know what
should.
he's doing.
He did. They all did.
I mean, you're right.
Chimney, chim true.
I mean, do you think they actually knew what they were doing, or do you think that just how dirty they were made them look authoritative?
I guess that's true. Well, they could travel through chimneys, which I guess isn't the same thing, but I guess they were so good at that that
Right.
it made me think they were probably good at cleaning them.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely they're chimney people. That much. They're
Yeah.
chimney
we
folk.
we come from chimney folk over here.
I'm realizing that the game might be like toward the end of
Oh yeah.
toward the end of it. This might be their last race. They might be done after this race.
So is this?
we think?
So they
Do
didn't
we
do
think there's no
parkour.
parkour?
And he's on lap 4. I don't think they're gonna do parkour. There's not enough time. You said this was 80 minutes. We started it like 3 minutes after.
Are they trying to
I
sabotage
don't
the
see a
show?
running tab. I don't see a running time on this. So
So we have no idea when it's gonna end.
What kind
It's
of?
just
What kind
gonna-
of?
it's
Again, if
gonna
you
come up
just
and
if
get
you
us.
if you just tuned in, normally Ryan and David would be playing the game live, but they can't be here because they have D&D. So they are they pre-recorded themselves play 85 minutes of game, and we are just letting it play while we talk.
If they
Here's a
didn't
question.
record, if they didn't record parkour, then like they set us up to fail.
Why are we-
I'd be so upset. Whatever.
Now
like-
we
if-
have to do parkour.
Yeah.
Here's
in
what
life.
happens. If we're in the middle of really good content, like solid gold content, and this ends in a surprising way, we just go back to the loading screen and start it right over.
Just right, yeah,
The
just
whole
loop,
show.
just
We just go
loop the
right
game.
back to the
Yeah.
whole show.
Until we
Because I'm
time it
gonna be
right.
honest, I didn't really watch.
Yeah, me
That's
neither.
true.
I think I've ultimately actually watched less than I usually do.
Yeah, well, because I feel like when David and Ryan are here, they'll like make a noise when something happens, so I'll know to look at the screen.
Yeah, or talk about it, and we can talk to them about how they're doing. And
Yeah, like they'll be like, "Oh, you almost got it," and I'll be like, "Oh, what are they doing now?" You know.
That's right. There's a game.
If we ever do this again, they should record just like their like noises, but not them talking to each other.
Or just give me a soundboard of them making game noises.
Yeah, it's funny because I normally don't even hear the game, but this time I'm hearing it because I have to because of this setup.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it's just
And
it's
it's
funny.
fourth.
You finished fourth. I think it's about to end. I think this is about to be over.
Yeah, no, I
This
think
is
you're
nuts.
right. I think the time is. So we started at just about 9. No, we're now at 73 minutes. There's more time.
There's
Okay.
10 more minutes. What are they gonna do?
Parkour.
Start a parkour.
I'm at the
and
edge of my
decide they
seat.
hate
They're gonna
it.
start a parkour and give up in 10 minutes.
I mean,
I mean,
it's possible.
It's happened.
Okay, look, someone's picking something. Oh, is David playing? No, because it was Ryan's character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's
usually
Ryan's
David
playing.
picks the game. But
I wonder
usually
if
David
Ryan
picks the
had
game.
to because of the recording.
Oh, right, because Ryan has better recording equipment, probably. But David has
don't-
pretty good recording
I don't
equipment.
understand
They
any of
both
this.
like. I don't either. Hey, you're the one streaming this. This would not have happened without you.
It's.
true.
I feel. I put in real prep time. I downloaded Ryan's video, which took half an hour, to my Dropbox, and then it is a massive file. And then because I figured that would be a lot more reliable than streaming it from the like Google video link that you get from his email.
Yeah, that probably is right.
Yes, and then
Well
I
done.
also found some wallpaper so that we had a GTA wallpaper to use.
Oh, I was wondering where that came from.
Yeah, I downloaded it myself.
Did you do
Wow.
that while the video was downloading, or did you wait till after?
I did it after. I let the video download while I prepped Naomi for bedtime.
Oh, nice.
Um,
How'd that go? Did she sleep?
Yes, she sleeps super well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she unlike when you first met me in her first 6 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were in a bit of a chaotic time when I first met you.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
I was in California a lot, and I remember that we hung out quite a bit because you were just staying up like super late. And so like
To do bedtime,
Yeah.
to do midnight wake ups. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And because I was in California, I would be up late because it like the 3 hour time difference. And so it would be like me, you, and like David
Jess
would be like
Cashin.
just like up, and Jess Bryant
Just,
and Jess
yeah.
Cashin.
Yeah,
Jess
they
Bryant would be there sometimes too, you're right.
Yeah.
But Jess Cashin would be there, yeah. And we were like the late night crew, but I actually wasn't staying up that late, but like I just because of the time difference, I was
Right.
part of the late night crew.
It was a good crew.
It was
We got
like,
a lot of
yeah,
Among Us and
yeah.
a lot of Among Us.
Yeah, see, I feel
and
like we've been in person together like twice.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
But we're like 3 years into our friendship now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in our third, or we'll be going into our fourth Survivor Fantasy League, right?
Either our third or fourth. Yeah. It might be our fourth.
We
I think
finished.
it is our fourth.
We completed 3, right? Because we did 2 on that terrible website, or did we do 1 on the terrible website, 1 on the better website, and then it'll be our third?
I think
it'll be our third.
I think this is our third. And we're
Yeah.
gonna see, is Adie's Google Doc better than websites?
Yeah. Oh, look, parkour. Wow, it's gonna be for no time. What?
It's gonna be for 5 minutes.
Well, it looks like it's just David and Ryan. I don't think John
Yep.
cared enough to do it.
Okay. So good for them. Good for
Unless
that.
they're
self-care.
waiting
Right.
on John's network or something.
Oh, yeah. I like that we have to speculate on what's going on. It's fun. It's a fun mystery.
Mm.
I think I'm a little surprised that Dan quit this early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he had to go be a doctor.
Or walk the dog.
Yeah.
Either a doctor or a dog dad.
What?
A dog dad. A dad to a
Doctor
dog.
or dog dad. You don't know that famous figure of speech?
Or
No.
is it an axiom?
It's a ballot.
Oh, everyone's here.
Oh,
Oh, look, there we go. We were waiting for them to join.
Pride's
All right,
Network.
so neither. He's not walking his dog and he's not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
I really think that they're going to start parkour and then it's going to be over, right? Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out.
Lisa Ann, do you know that my first indie group was called Not Doctors?
No.
It's true.
Why?
Why were we called Not Doctors? I think it was just taken from a scene we did.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's
and it made for
that's
very
what ours was too.
like fun built-in intros of us. It was very easy to intro Not Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you're not doctors.
Yeah, just like they could be anything, but we know they're not
Yeah.
doctors.
Yeah.
Man,
that
you
makes
guys
sense.
didn't. You were around for a while, but then like you weren't. I think you'd stopped before PhD's nuts was a thing because that would have been a heck of a double billing.
Ooh, it would be good.
Oh, yeah. That's all the people who have PhDs, right?
Yeah, I think Samit was on that. Maybe Matt McMahon. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, because I've been like half the reason I'm doing this shit is to get in that group. So they better keep it up, right?
Yeah, not just anyone plays with Samit. You got to get your doctorate.
Yeah, in something else, not in comedy.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, they're doing parkour now.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening, and it seems, at least so far, like a doable course. Nope. You have to go upside
No.
down. That's not doable.
Down he goes.
Yeah. It's actually funny because we don't get to see them be frustrated. So like I
So
feel
it's
like
just bad content.
Yeah.
Did that work?
I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't think
Over
it did.
and over again.
I don't think that worked.
Oh,
That is a
boy.
good sequence, Ryan. Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
I hope
They're
you're doing
making up
better at
stuff,
D&D.
I think. Yeah.
Um,
That's also like weird to think about that they're just like doing D&D somewhere.
Mm,
It feels like they're cheating on us, right?
Yeah.
for
I mean
sure.
they are.
Right. Did that work?
I mean, it's not like you could do D&D at like any time ever, I guess. I don't know.
Whereas we've got this is an obligation and a responsibility.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That
There's
we
people
take
who
seriously.
may eventually pay $10,000 for the extra content of this.
Mhm.
And you
Which
can.
again is Ben
fucking
Spicy
asshole, Bill
takes, a
Pullman.
D reading Strega Nona, and me not talking about milk.
You had to talk about wet milk one more time so that they knew it was worth it.
Do you call
This
it
is
wet
terrible.
milk?
I hate I hate that so much. I honestly hate the word milk. I find it really unappealing. I feel like some people say it different, and that's also like both are bad.
Mm.
It kind of sounds like gulping in a way.
Ryan's really
Milk. Yeah.
live. Oh, John's in first.
What?
Oh,
John is in first.
Oh my
there
god.
we go.
What?
Ryan. Oh, poor Ryan. Oh, sweet
I
Ryan.
don't even know what he's supposed to do.
I don't either.
I don't think he does.
I love that.
This can't
I
be
love
it.
that John's in first. I love that John, like the one time he's like doing well at parkour. Like,
There's no one.
like
Maybe
it's just we're not. Yeah.
Maybe it's the pressure.
Do you think
Maybe
they
he's like,
finished off the game like after they stopped recording this?
They cut it for the show. It's possible. It's very possible. Yeah, because we're coming right up to 82 minutes now.
Right? You think they're gonna telegraph somehow that like they're about to finish? Is it him driving the wrong way for the? Is this it? Are they telling us that they're about to finish?
Yeah, maybe this is impossible, and maybe they all figured it out that it's
well,
impossible.
they should have cut in like a Dave flex, just a Dave.
Wait, do we do
Thomas
the
flex.
question?
Oh wait, no, he's getting momentum.
Do we do the
That makes
questions
sense.
right now?
You want me to do questions?
Oh yeah,
Plug some questions.
Michael, do some questions.
Questions. Who's got the questions? D, you're on top of the column. What do you have to plug and if someone was gonna make like a commemorative like statue of you, like what moment of life or pose or action would you want that that statue to be?
Sure. So I want to if I'm my plug, I'm gonna plug 2 episodes of Bluey. I'm gonna plug I believe it's season 2, episode 9 is Sleepy Time. And I think it's season 3, episode 11 is Rain. And both of these episodes of Bluey, it's like a 7-minute, 8-minute show. Both of these episodes have essentially no dialogue, and are just like these like beautiful, artistic, like animated movie shorts, and they're awesome. Sleepy Time and Rain. If you go check them out, like
All right.
if they were released on their own, they could be Oscar-nominated animated shorts.
Wow.
Gorgeous stuff. And then for my statue moment is probably me mowing my lawn. That feels right. That feels right. My statue, it's very there. There are a lot of moments when I'm mowing my lawn when I'm genuinely very satisfied. It's
And the lawnmower is
feel like
part
you
of the
have a lot of-
statue.
yeah, the lawnmower is also my iPod wired headphones are part of the statue.
I feel like you have a lot of Father's Days for this to become a reality.
Like we could start
feel
with
like
a small
that's-
one and it could get bigger as I
Yeah.
get older.
Well, I feel like that's like exactly the kind of Father's Day gift I would like make for my dad.
That's fantastic. I would be delighted if my family made this for me.
All right, I'll let them know.
So yeah, that's my statue. It's just like a very I'm at a moment of chuckling because I'm content by the lawn mowing, and I'm chuckling because of something that happened on the podcast I'm listening to.
Nice.
Very good.
Is he in a spaceship now? What the hell happened?
Looks
It's
like
a
a
helicopter.
helicopter. Okay.
Oh.
And it looks like it just
They were
immediately
popular in the
turns into a
90s.
car. That's great. Lisa, this is going to be a hard question, but I thought of it, and we have less people on the stream, so there's time to answer it. But obviously, plug what you got to plug, but also if you were to assemble like a wild west posse of gunslingers of your choosing, they don't have
Right.
to actually be wild west people. They can be celebrities, friends, or whatever. Who are the
That's
4
good
other
because
people?
I don't know any wild west
who-
people.
Who are the 4 folks that you're going to include and why?
in my West gang.
Yeah, if it helps to think of it as a movie starring you and 4 people that are just playing Wild Wild West people, I will accept that as
Okay.
an entry point.
All right. My plug is there's like a campaign relaunch for the prison moratorium bill to stop the new women's prison that's being built in Massachusetts. So I think it's you can look up Families for Justice as Healing. They have information on how to get involved and like mostly calling the new governor because the previous bill was vetoed by the old governor. So we have a new governor, so we have a new opportunity to get the bill through to pause building on the jail. So that's my one plug. And then my new plug, well, no, my new answer to the other question. The answer to I'm up past my bedtime. I've been going to bed early. The answer to the 4 people that I would like to bring on my Wild
Posse.
West posse. It's obvious, but I like have to say it both because obviously this would be very helpful to us, but also because it's kind of a dream of mine. Is Annie Oakley. Like I know that that's the clearer choice, right? But like it's always sort of been like I've always felt like a visceral life connection to her. So like I've like always sort of like wanted to meet her. So I feel like that would be very fitting.
Yeah. Annie Oakley
And
present
then-
day or Annie Oakley when she was alive?
When she was alive.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that would work better. Did not finish. This is getting over. I have 3 more to come up with. Jesus. Okay.
They could be people
it's
you
happening.
know. They could be celebrities alive today. They could be.
Oh dear.
They could be fictional characters.
Sure.
Oh. The Ghostbuster. The one of them.
Okay. That's 2. That's okay. Don't worry. We're just going right back.
I'm trying to think of like if any of my friends would like survive the Wild West. I don't know that any of them would. Well, no, no, I don't think I could use anybody from my real life. Maybe my cousin. I'll take my cousin.
Okay.
Because
Do you want to name it? Do you want to name which cousin?
My cousin Ryan.
Okay.
I feel like he would do well in the Wild West. And I have one more. Is that right?
Yes, one more.
I'm gonna take my grandfather because he used to watch westerns like all day long, and so he would know like what we're supposed to do. So yeah,
Rob
so
a
I
bank.
guess
Rob a bank is what you need.
2 family members, Annie Oakley and one of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
I've never seen it, but I figure one of them would be good, right?
That's a perfect team. You've never seen it? What an amazing choice.
I was thinking
Inspired.
about because today's Groundhog Day and Bill Murray, and I know he's in that movie.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
What? You could have
But I
just
don't
said
wanna
Bill
pick-
Murray.
But then as soon as I said it, I was like, maybe he's not a very good Ghostbuster. Maybe that's part of the movie. So I was like, well, the best Ghostbuster, whichever one's
it's
the
a
best.
it's a fair guess, to be honest.
The best. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I feel like he's probably like the worst Ghostbuster.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
probably want
But you're-
Venkman.
Yes, 100%.
So better than him. Because I was like gonna say Bill Murray like from Groundhog Day, but he'd be a terrible pick. So then I was like Bill Murray from Ghostbusters, and then I was like, well, that probably wouldn't be right either. So then just a Ghostbuster, keep it vague.
I think the best Bill Murray you could bring would be from Space Jam.
How is this game still going right now? It's definitely been more than 90 minutes.
Because I clicked back in the video. We're rewatching.
We're rewatching part of it.
Yes.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, DNF! It happened again. Wait,
Yeah,
did we
it
just
happened
watch
again.
this?
Yeah,
We're right back here. I took us
Groundhog
back like
Day.
4 minutes.
Ah, it's Groundhog Day! Oh my God, we're living it.
So now we ask Michael a question. Lisa, you can do it, please.
I can do it. Oh
Yeah.
God, I had to come up with 4 people. Do I have to come up with a question?
Fine,
I
I'll do it.
know.
I'll do it. So Michael.
Oh wait, no, I got one. Okay,
all right.
what's the coziest and most dangerous activity that you can think of?
Coziest
and plugs.
And plugs.
Cozy. Sure. Plugs. We have a couple more Marble House shows next like 4 Saturdays or whatever it is. So check those out. After that, the season's over. So, is it the last time to see us? Who knows?
What does that mean? The season's over.
So I guess they like Union Comedy had like they had like year-long commitments.
Yeah.
And they're coming up to that year.
Okay.
Which I don't know how they did it. I only jumped in like a month or 2 ago. But like, man, doing a weekly show for a year, like,
It's very long.
Yeah.
time.
yeah, give up your Saturdays. It's nuts. But they've been fun shows, so come on out. And Cozy and
Or I'll
Dangerous.
just jump in. And in general, check out Union Comedy.
This is true. And Cozy, Dangerous. I feel like if you were to you jump out of a plane, but like you're wrapped in like a very like oversized teddy bear that's like giving you a hug, and you've been told that there's like an 80% chance it's like fluffy enough to deal with your
Oh, I
impact,
see.
but you're not.
Yeah.
And it's not, the straps aren't super tight, but like it is cozy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it. That's a great answer.
It's a really good answer.
Thank you.
All right. So I guess all that's left is to outro us, right? So it's been a great day. I feel like we really did it. This is proof that the robots are going to take over, because we didn't need them to be here playing the game. And that's the robots taking jobs. The robot is the recording equipment, and the job is this show. So if it's I can tell that we're about to be done. Oh, there it is. DNF's back. Go now.
Ryan
Well,
didn't finish 3 times.
Oh God, we're rubbing salt in his wound. Oh, Ryan, you didn't do well at this race. We're sorry. Anyway, Annie Oakley out.